Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Panthers and the Ravens coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the champions from the NFC, the Carolina Panthers. Taken at the 15, a short kick. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know. But what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Past the 20. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. A quick throw caught by Kupp out wide. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Throwing again on second down. time. It's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's complete to Robinson. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now it's Jackson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Now the Ravens bring out the field goal unit here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going up top for Cup. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team.
He's got him in, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. That's taken in by Dulcich. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Fields. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Fields. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a hole to avoid the contact. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Ran it last time, now Fields to throw. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Moore, the man in motion. On 4th down, Fields. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On first down, it's Fields. Forced out to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, Fields. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Hassan Haskins from 4 yards out. And the Panthers are on the board here in this Super Bowl. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Jackson on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that. But I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Fields. That'll be caught by Cobb. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
A run here for J.D. McKissick.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal.
And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, right at the 30. Nyheim Hines, his first carry.
And he'll get this to the 32.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
He finds his target, Allen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
They go play action now. Jackson. And this one's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw again is Jackson.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 16. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Touchdown! Mark Andrews, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is up to 14. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And that that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Fields.
It's caught by Mike Evans. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On first down, Fields.
There's Evans again, complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Moore, the man in motion.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Fields.
Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Fields.
And that is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Fields on first down. Check down complete to Haskins.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Now it's Fields. Got his man, it's Dulcich.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw is Fields.
This is caught by Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
From the 50, here's Fields.
Out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Moore, the man in motion.
2nd and 10. Fields again. That's taken in by Dulcich. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To the right side, and he's got Moore complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. Two yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Ran it last time, now Fields to throw.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Back to throw, Fields.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Cooper Kupp.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers have cut it back within a score.
That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway. And there's not a...
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Third quarter, Super Bowl 58. Here's a 2nd and 10 now. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 25-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Jackson. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. 3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Play action. Now Jackson. Flushed out and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or 2 short. Able to pick up a dozen yards on the keeper, but now it's 4th down. This time, Jackson will throw it. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Throw left side complete. That's Andrews.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Jalen Waddle
with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Ravens will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
On first down, it's Fields.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Fields.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Four yards remain for 2nd down. Fields now to throw. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Throwing again is Fields.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Keep it together, defense. Keep it up. Hands up.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. What a moment for him. A pick six in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick sixes over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick six, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison to the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll drop to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this could become a career-defining drive for some. Down 3, fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is where the legends are made in the National Football League as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down.
That'll be caught. It's Cup. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Fields. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer.
Now Fields.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Gonzalez's kick is good.
So add 3. All told, after the safety, it's a 5-point swing, and that could have turned out much worse.
Well, you don't want to say no harm, no foul, but I do believe you're right. A 9-point swing hurts. 5 points, much more manageable, especially in a tight game like this.
Fields this way up at the 17. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this 4th quarter.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 1.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Jackson. Got a man. It's Waddle complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Throwing, Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Jackson. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this is caught. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 54 yards. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. The extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Here's Fields. Caught by Dulcich. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Back to throw. Fields. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
All eyes on Fields. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
The slot man in motion right. Now Fields. Got his man, it's Dulcich. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. He'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And it's all over. Just one is left standing, and that one is the Baltimore Ravens, your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.